this is Sarah and welcome to your weekly oracle card reading for week commencing 30th of June 2014. I'm using daily guidance from the Angels oracle cards today. Once again, a bit short of breath this morning with hay fever, I think, because the pollen's pretty high at the moment here up in Cumbria, so I'm kind of struggling to breathe again. I get a bit breathless in the mornings, so I apologise if I'm like Darth Vader or something snotty. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and attempt to keep breathing, and we'll do, let's see, I want them for Monday, Tuesday, so Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm just going with intuitively just whichever one I feel called to pull out. Don't think about it really, just kind of do it. There we go, sorted. Right, so we've got this week, let's go for it. So Monday, Tuesday, whoops, is assertiveness. And the prayer on the bottom of the card, because it's a bit dark, says, this situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving your strength and guiding your words. Okay, so if you're going into the beginning of this week in a situation where you kind of feel maybe victimised or a bit sort of passive, and it doesn't feel like the right situation to be in that respect, then there's a kind of need for us to be a bit more assertive at the beginning of the week, which again, we don't have to be the typical male energy kind of way of being assertive, where that's very forceful and can be aggressive. We can have assertiveness without aggression, and just generally reaffirming our boundaries to other people in a sort of kind, loving but assertive way. This card can also refer to you more internally as well, by really sort of standing up and standing up for your own truth, basically. So whether that's speaking your truth externally to other people who may not get what you're on about or understand where you're coming from, or whether it's speaking your truth more internally and you turn around to that voice in your head that's constantly doubting you, saying, you know what, yeah, X, Y, Z bad things may happen, but I'm going to do this because that is what I have to do and that's what feels right for me, and I'm going to do it. Right, sorry about that, my video camera ran out of storage again, so I've just had to delete a lot of things to free up some space so I can actually record a video. So moving on, the next card for Wednesday, Thursday is play, and on the bottom of the card it says, beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we'll oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Now, from this card, I'm kind of getting mainly more focused on the picture rather than the prayer on the bottom of the card. So from the picture, I'm getting this week that we're as ready as we'll ever be, and we really need to make this leap here. We need to jump, because we can't stay around forever in the same place. Certainly if we're on a lily pad, we can't anyway. But we need to leap and make that jump. I think there's also an element of experimentation in these early times when we're about to make a jump. We don't necessarily know where we're going and what the next lily pad is going to be once we've made that jump, but I think that's where we just need to bring that element of trust in, and trust that once we have made the first jump, you know, there'll be somewhere to go from there. We don't have to have it all planned out. And there is an element of playing around with it and experimenting and seeing where to go from here. But the thing we need to do right this week before we even do that is, you know, completely align and stand in our own truth and make that leap and go for it. So this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a little bit dark on there. The card is opportunity to forgive. The prayer on the bottom of the card says, this situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Right, from this card, it's the first sentence that definitely jumps out of me in the context of this week, when it says this situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow and release negative patterns. So a lot of the time in negative patterns, we get stuck in this cycle of negative based things, especially when it comes to things like procrastinating, and you know, we'll spend all this time knowing what we're meant to do, feeling aligned, and then the self-doubt will creep in, and then we have to work on overcoming that to get to the place where we feel we're ready again, and then the voices start again. You know, it can go around. Negative self-talk, it can end up in a sort of a cycle of negativity where you're either sort of being dragged down by it or you're trying to get back out again, which is kind of relating to the blog post I did called the self-worth spiral. That's kind of on a similar vein. So at this weekend, you know, combined with this opportunity we have this week to make this fantastic leap forward, we can break out of this cycle now. We've got conditions this week are ripe for us to break out of this cycle. Whether that means we need to forgive another person, whether that means we need to forgive ourselves. So no matter how unready you feel, or no matter how many self-niggly doubts you have this week, it doesn't matter, we all have them. The timing is great now to just, you know, take that leap forward, just go for it. Don't listen to any other words than go for it. That's fine, just go with them. What I'm going to be doing now as well is I am going for it. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start doing some more vlogs rather than just written blog posts, and start to put together some resources to help others of you who are in the same situation as me, and in the same situation as the cards this week, and sort of, you know, feel like you're on the edge of something, but maybe you are having trouble with just breaking out of this cycle, because depending on what's gone before and the severity of negative self-talk and the situation you're in, it can be really difficult to just get out of that cycle once and for all. So if you're looking for some help in that respect, then stay tuned and I will try and post some vlogs up with my mush on them. Otherwise, have a great week and just remember, go for it. That's it. Just do it. Go now. Goodbye.